A bit about the team first. Lancers was formed about 10 years ago at Livingston High School as one of the first FTC teams in our town. We currently have 16 members, as well as numerous mentors with years of experience working with First, as well as being past Lancers themselves. Every season at our high school, we hold a regional qualifier called RoboJoust, and since 2010, we've either held one of two or the single host team for the New Jersey FTC Kickoff. This past year, we proudly took home the Think Award for the third year in a row from the St. Louis World Championships.
Starting with our general team organization, we subdivide our team into 4 parts: CAD, build, programming, and outreach or finance. We also have an additional member in charge of the engineering logbook, but all team members contribute to it. Even though we quote-unquote divide the team's main tasks, it's essential that all members can do work in every area. For example, a lot of CAD changes will directly translate to knowing where to edit specific parts of the robot in the building phase. And knowing that only helps members write more cohesive logs.
Now a bit more on our general approach to the logbook. Everyone will create data charts, graphs, and sketches while writing logs on multiple subjects. We try to avoid writing lengthy paragraphs or logs without visual aids, since these logs would probably be too confusing for readers. The person managing the logbook will organize and compile new log ideas on a list and suggest them for different team members to compete as we continue developing throughout the season.
We organize our engineering logbook through a process we call the ABCs. A stands for Analyze. Here you can see how we tested the field layouts to see which areas would have the most balls in them for each position of the center structure in order to develop a game strategy. B stands for Brainstorming. In the brainstorm phase, each member of the team is given 6 post-it notes. Each corresponds to a different attribute of the robot. Then each of these ideas are compiled in a design web to figure out which design would be best suited for the game challenge. C stands for Create a Model. Here we design parts and create CAD drawings to display our parts to others. In this log you can see CAD has made an exploded model of the wheel assembly so the builders would really be able to better construct the component. D stands for Develop. We continue to improve designs and build the component. This log shows the different measures we took while designing a filter and collector system to collect the cascade blocks. Considerations include shape, width, and friction. E stands for Evaluate. After designing and building a component, we test its effectiveness to verify that it meets our standards. An example of this can be seen here, where we looked at our collector and fixed the problem that it had with the rubber bands twisting. F stands for Finalize. During the finalized stage, we add finishing touches to our robot, such as side plates and wheel guards. G stands for Go Back. After each competition, we go back to see how we can improve on our designs. This can be seen here, in which we change the rolling clamp from flipping downward to translating downward.
For any team that feels the need to improve their logbook, there are a couple things they should consider. First, the book. Before the judges even look at the content within your notebook, the first thing they see is the outside cover, because people end up judging a book by their cover anyway. This is why we use a bound, handwritten notebook with this decal on the front. This looks more professional and shows a greater commitment because you cannot simply take a page out of the book if you mess up. Second is the style. In each of these 3 books, there's a difference in the style of logs. In the Cascade notebook, the goal of each log was to try and fit all the content onto the page, and we tried displaying it through multiple formats. In the Rescue notebook, we went for a more structured layout of each page and emphasized handwritten drawings and an effort to make the book look more aesthetically pleasing. In the Velocity Vortex notebook, we utilized many more graphs, so we printed these instead of handwriting them to create an even cleaner look. In short, there isn't only one style that is the best for winning the Think Award. If you take the time to develop your own unique style, it will show and the judges can appreciate it. Of course, there is no perfect logbook. In each of the 3 books, there are typos and crossed out words. In this book, we've even spilled tea on half of it. For me, the best logbook is the one which conveys the process of how the team overcomes adversity. If there's one thing I would change about the logbook, it would be how we managed our time. Some logs took much longer than they should have, and others probably required more time. This caused us to miss a lot of our deadlines earlier in the season. Also, there are certain logs that I wish were written by more people, for 2 reasons. The first being for handwriting, and the second being for the person who completed the task should be responsible for writing the log.
We're the Lancers, and you inspire us.